listen, Kusha, you can do this. Hello, beta. How are you? A Monday, auntie. And I even missed my flight for the audition. I said ki मैं audition दूंगी नहीं. I lied to my team. I was so scared. Like the nerves were on, and how.
Hi everybody, this is Boni and welcome to News 18 Shosha. I have here with me the very funny Kusha Kapila, who I am a huge fan of, and we are talking about Comicstaan Season 3. She's the host this time. Hi Kusha, welcome to News 18 Shosha.
Thank you, Boni. I love your name. What does it mean? Please tell me.
It is a Bengali word which means fire.
Oof, gorom lagche, nice.
Bhishan Garam Lagche.
Bhishan gorom lagche, lovely.
Kusha, you are joining Comicstaan Season 3 as the host this time with Abish. Tell me, how was the show offered to you and what's been the ride like?
I auditioned for the show, so I was asked to audition for the show, and I was so petrified, especially because I had to audition with Abish. And even though like I knew Abish and I had been on his show, I was just so scared to fail. You used to a certain medium which is online, and you make videos. And videos बनाते हुए क्या है कि आप खुद ही shoot करते हैं, खुद ही edit कर रहे हैं. Even though you have a team, it's a very insular process. Now with Comicstaan, there's so many people who will see you, and I was just so worried that if I come and they see that I'm just only good on my Instagram and not a good host. So those insecurities were definitely there, but it was just. And I even missed my flight for the audition. I said ki मैं audition दूंगी नहीं. I lied to my team. I reached the airport. I did not board the flight. I don't even think OML and all know this. I said I will not board the flight. And then my team spoke to me, listen, Kusha, you can do this. I think it was just one of those days when I think the Monday hoga, us din pakki baat hai. And self-doubt was here, So I did go and I had a great time with Abish. And we just like Cree, who's like our showrunner, she was like, do this and do that. And I remember just jumping and having this hyper energy. And then once the show started, it just felt like you needed to do this, Kusha. This is something that is just a blessing in your life, and I just need to do it. बहुत मजा आया, मुझे बहुत मजा आया. हमने बहुत incredible show बनाया मेरे हिसाब से.
I'm sure. I mean, you obviously come with your own following, and I'm sure they're going to be looking forward to the show. Tell me, how much of Kusha Kapila do we get to see on the show, and how much of it was what the format was, and you have to follow that?
See, the show is for the comics, and it's in the service of the new comics who are coming. They are the stars of the show. आप जब भी कोई reality show देखते हैं, the winners and the contestants and their stories and where they come from and the comedy that they bring to the table, that's always going to be, I feel the feature. Even when I'm going to do a post on 15 July, which is once the show comes, I'm going to put up my pictures with them, because they are up in front, the stars of the show. The show is, Comicstaan is about the new talent that we bring to the table, right? So I am going to be doing my job as a host, which is coming and introducing everyone and getting a joke here and there, and introducing my judges, introducing my mentors, introducing the stars of the show. So that's what Abhish and I are there for. We're there to take the story forward, to take Comicstaan forward, to let it have a narrative. So that's solely my job here on this show, and we are all in the service of the new comics because we want to have they should have their moment.
Right. Like you said, you missed your flight and you were very nervous about being on the show. When you were on it and shooting for it on set with these great mentors who've been like such great comics or maybe for such a long time, very senior people, did you kind of feel a bit of a pressure that, okay, these are really like professional people who've been doing comedy for a long time?
Pressure, vomit used to happen, internal vomits inside my mind, inside my stomach, everywhere. I was so scared, like the nerves were on, and how, you could be and we were really prepped, we would prep with the writers, Bhavesh and Saurabh, I would prep with Cree, and Abish and I would keep prepping. Abish always had his vanity van door open, like, Kusha, kabhi bhi aana hai, come rehearse with me. but still you have to manage a live audience, and then you have to be ready with the quips and the improv jokes and everything. It's not easy. It takes a lot of practice. And you're standing with somebody like Abish, who's fantastic at crowd work. He can manage 100 to 100. You give him the number of people, he'll manage them. So definitely I was scared. Definitely I was like, oh man, I'm going to fail so terribly. Like, that's what you think. An artist is never going to be, I think, like, no artist is like overconfident that, oh, ye to main smash kar dungi, kill kar dungi. Those nerves help only. And once you're on stage and you see that everyone's applauding, and the judges were very early on, they said, welcome to the show, Zakir, Sumukhi, Kenny, Neeti, they were so supportive that after, and like, and Sumukhi and Neeti used to, like, if there was like a girl joke I would crack, then they would laugh, So once you would get that appreciation, then there is like, then I felt very belonged. I felt very belonged on the Comicstaan set.
Right. Oh, that's great. I mean, Kusha, obviously we all know you for a certain kind of comedy, for certain things that you do and the following that you have. So when you go on a show, I mean, you've been doing shows on various formats on OTT. When you go there, do you kind of carry those parts of Kusha with you? Do we see kind of, even on Comicstaan, do we see a bit of your Delhi, the Delhi identity that you own so well? Do we see all that on the show as well?
Yeah, I feel like few traces, yes. Like the writers did, like, and it was very nice of both Bhavish and Saurav to like kind of give a note to that. But I feel like as the show proceeds and progresses, I do get my own voice. As a person who does characters, you want to also shine as just yourself. And this is what the show hopefully will do for me. I want to shine as myself, and I want to be because when I'm just talking to you, like, this personality, I hope like it comes through, and that's what we've tried to do on the show. And when you have a co-host like Abish who really lets you be, like, there was no like, oh, I'm gonna dim your light and you dim my light. No, it was almost always like, let this be an equal playground. And that's how everything happened on the show.
Great, great, great. Kusha, we obviously know that there is a funny Delhi girl stereotype that you have been, that has been part of your characters that you've been coming up with online on your social media. Do you kind of, does that kind of put you in a box when you are working on OTT platforms or in various other formats which are not your own platforms? Does that happen, or do you kind of stay away from that stereotype by trying to actively demolish it?
See, the thing is that there's certain characters I don't even do anymore. Like,
Right.
I don't do Billy Masi as often as
Yeah.
because, then I started getting offered roles of like older women. I was actively getting offered roles for like 40, 45-year-olds when I'm like 32. So, it's just something that I didn't want to do. But I feel like over the years, I'm starting to get the respect that I wanted. And, maybe once I'll be on a show and do something differently, maybe people will see. But I have to earn it. I'm very acutely aware that I have to earn it before I start demanding it. So let me shine in other areas, which is why now when I do Instagram posts, they're more rants, they're more me talking as myself. And if you see my content, it's very dramatically changed. I still do my mother character once in a while because it gets so much traction for me and I just enjoy doing it. But other than that, I've completely like changed my content also, and thankfully for me the audience has responded well. So yeah.
I have to tell you, one favorite character of ours is, of course, Monday Auntie. Today is a Monday, and I have to ask you, is Monday Auntie coming back?
Hello, beta. How are you? Monday auntie. I love that character. I love the way that she speaks from the gut. She doesn't speak from here. She speaks from the gut because like आपका gut health और आपका mental health दोनों खराब रहता Monday को.
I think that's a problem with all of us.
Tell you to watch Comicstaan on 15 July. If you want to laugh because जिंदगी तो वैसे काफी मनहूस है, तो please watch Comicstaan.
Oh my God, thank you so much for that quick impersonation. But now when you also doing like fiction shows and stuff, right? So over there also, are you getting the diverse kind of roles that you probably would get, or is it all, again, a reflection of your online
So
persona?
I've done actually 5 to 6 projects this year,
Yes.
fiction. And Masaba I felt was very different. She's like a pregnant, she's a pregnant PR lady, and there are more things that are yet to be announced. But I've only picked characters. I've picked interesting characters because that's what I like doing. I've realized that I like to be a different person, be a different character, and just show range as a person.
Right. One last question, Kusha. Of course, as a fan, seeing your journey and the success that you've achieved, and I'm sure there's lots more to come. It's really, really like happy, like gratifying to me as a fan, somebody who's been following you. But tell me, how do you look back at your journey, and what is the plan in future? Is there like a strategy there, or are you just going with the flow?
Um, I just I just want whatever job I am on, I want to give it my everything. That's what I've decided. This long plans have not worked for me. I did not know I will be doing this post 30. I always wanted to be a fashion editor at the age of 30, earn a certain salary and have a certain work life balance, and that's not been my life in the last 5 years. I actively worked towards being a fashion editor, and I used to walk the walk, talk the talk. I used to dress a certain way because I wanted to be taken seriously as a fashion editor. But the thing is that it's not worked out like that for me, and it's worked out even for better. So I just every single day that I am on my job, I want to give it my best. And the days, and I'll be honest with you, there's certain days I don't give my best because not every day you can give your best. And you have to accept that. So the days when I don't give my best, I just like apologize to myself, and if I have someone else to apologize to, I'll apologize to them. And recently I remember apologizing to a director that, listen, I was like my 60% today. And she's like, and next day when he spoke to me, he was like, listen, no one's ever come to me and said that I was 60% today, like, and they were like that it's good that you recognize this and then you like actively work on this. And then the next time when I worked with them, then I gave it my all. So I'm very acutely aware that not every day you'll be able to give it your all, and that's okay. You have to like let go and forgive yourself for that. So yeah, my strategy is that whenever I'm on set, I'm gonna give it my best.
Great, great, great. Thank you so much for your time today, Kusha, and hopefully looking forward to a lot more fun content from you, and of course, Comicstaan season 3. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Boni. Thank you.
Thank you.